Hi, my name is Zam, and I'm the course director for the Graphic Design BA program here at LCCA. I have 25 years of international experience from UK, Europe, Middle East, and Asia Pacific. I love how LCCA works with a range of international students, and we're very much open to accepting a diverse range of students. So I'm very much passionate about working with the LCCA graphic design team. The graphic design course is very broad, very exciting. The industry itself is very fast evolving. It's a fusion between art, technology, design, customer experience, and culture. We start students off with conceptual development, research to go on site, primary research to be with the customer, what actually happens out there in the field, come back with that research, then analyze it, take all the bits that you actually need to actually develop, from mood boards to image processing. Then we go into real serious conceptual development process. From there, we translate onto experimentation, multiple mediums, multiple idea development, getting challenged and critiqued, how they'll actually work on these ideas and projects when they go forward. Then we transition onto computer softwares, all the industry softwares that students actually need, and then we'll see how it basically evolves from analog onto digital. And again, a lot of challenges and questions that we actually put students through to basically make sure that they're very much clear on the path that they're actually working on. And then they'll go through onto a presentation process as well, which we basically are going to be client-facing. Every single company that is out there, be it FMCG, fashion, technology, telecom, they all want branding done. They all want their basic stationery doing. They all need print work done, the brochures, all of their posters printed, from billboards to magazine prints done. They'll always want their social media done. They'll need motion graphics, web and app design, how they want their office spaces designed, events and exhibition, you name it. So everything that's out there, me and my team have basically done it internationally, and then we basically focus that back into the students and they'll get that full experience. The graphic design industry is fast evolving on a daily basis. I have worked on projects for Intel where Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger and former Prime Minister Angela Merkel turned up as guest of honors for Intel. HSBC for HSBC Premium in Hong Kong on the skyline where Norman Foster Architecture built HSBC building, where 300 very high-profile delegates would turn up. Black Eyed Peas in Sydney, Australia. Had the opportunity to hike for 3 days on the Great Wall of China, covering for social media and filming event for a charity. So the industry is very vast and very broad, and you have to have hands-on experience. Once you graduate, it's totally up to every student. Some students have already been in the industry and they come back to learn and refresh their knowledge. Some want to be freelance, work on their own. Some have been working freelance by themselves. Others want to join design agencies going forward. There are various specialisms out there. You can go into print, you go into magazine, you can go into branding agencies, UI, UX, exhibition and events. There's a vast array of industry opportunities out there for students to actually work. So we normally advise students, best you can, if you go into an agency and can work for 2 or 3 years and get all the knowledge, and then you can set yourself up as an entrepreneur or an individual company or work as freelance. So it's very widely opportunities, not just in the UK, internationally. And with the current platform, being able to work with clients internationally, you're open. You can pretty much work in your pajamas in your bedroom and be working for international clients out there. So it's very rewarding. There's vast amounts of opportunities, and it's totally open to you. On the second year, there is an opportunity basically to take on live briefs and take part in competitions. Some students currently working on a live project for a book publishing client who's actually needing their editorial, the book design done. Students have actually worked on web design projects, branding projects, exhibition and event projects right around. And we have clients basically reaching out to them and saying, do you have any students available to actually work on current projects? Students have gone on to work on successful projects after they finish their courses, local and international design studios. We have small classes where we can give students a lot more individual attention. All our lecturers are internationally experienced, the industry experience. They're working on projects while they basically are at LCCA as well. So they're very industry relevant. There's a very nice international student body of mix. They're very diverse. We're very inclusive. We basically support, there's a set of mentors, support students as well outside of class time. We have a blended learning where you basically are in campus 2 days a week, and then the rest of the course content and all the exercises and the support basically comes through online support as well. And you can access your lecturers online after you have your 2 days on campus. So there's very varied, and we pretty much understand students come from various backgrounds. They're re-entering education, they have family commitments, they also are working full-time sometimes. So we're very flexible to actually work around students to basically help them achieve their goals. As lecturers, it's very rewarding to basically see them achieving goals. So there's a lot of flexibility within the graphic design department and LCCA to basically support students going forward with their education. So we focus a lot more on conceptual development. We don't just jump straight into the digital and the digital devices and get onto software. We have a lot of experimentation, a lot of research, ideation. We make sure that concept is king. That's exactly what the industry wants. You have to have a strong, in-depth idea that the client can actually relate to, customers actually either engaging or empathize or can connect with. So we go through a very, very broad process of making sure that the idea is very solid, is waterproof, and then we have all the necessary workshops and experimentational process for students to actually engage that. And then we actually move on to the CAD and the software development, and we move on to the final piece. So having this industry experience, myself and all our lecturers in the graphic design department, we are very much aware of what the client needs are, what the employee expectations are. So in that sense, we're constantly looking at our course content, constantly working on exercises, constantly bringing in outside speakers, industry connections, work placements to basically make sure our students actually get the best. All of us, we get up in the morning, we love graphic design. That's what we've been doing for the last 10, 15, 25, 30 years. So it's such a passion to share this with the next generation and impart with this knowledge, and it's highly rewarding. So that way we love what we do, and every day we come into teaching, every day I walk into different classes, and I love seeing those eureka moments when it clicks, the students actually understand, and then it figures out how to solve that problem, and all that hard work, blood, sweat and tears, everything that they've actually put in, when you see that final piece, it's an amazing experience. So definitely consider LCCA graphic design. There are some fundamental aspects that are very, very important when we talk about students getting ready for the industry. Number one is portfolio. So from day one, when students submit, we encourage them to upload it online. It could be Behance, it could be Dribble, any platform that students basically want to choose, so they have an online presence. Even halfway through the course, if there are live projects that come in, clients actually reach out and want somebody to work on a project, we can send the student CV and that portfolio link straight into the client. So at the end of the third year, all the work students have done, they're pretty much online and they're ready, and internationally it is totally viewable. Students also need to be able to present their work, which is very, very important. So we make sure at every chance, every unit students actually work on, that they're actually presenting before their peers, other students, and we invite all the lecturers, sometimes industry guests as well. It's very, very important that, for example, if you have a 70 or 80 for a particular project and you're not comfortable presenting it, and there's somebody else who's got a 50 or a 60 who's able to present it, there's a much bigger chance of that project being accepted by a client, for example, because you're able to convince and present your findings and the work that you've done, and you can convince them. My lecturers, were really, really good when they basically advised me and says, Zam, look at this degree course where you are in and look at it as an office, like you're coming to work, treat it as a professional environment. So that's what we encourage to students. So I bring in all the best advice that I've gotten from my lecturers and from my industry mentors, in that we're preparing students out of the industry. And there are other students who basically want to go and do higher education, go on to masters as well. And we encourage them follow their passion and progress further into higher education or into the industry going forward.